Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to cut this simple corset with yoke. If this is your first time coming across my video, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you always be notified anytime I upload new videos, okay? So to start out with this tutorial, you need to take note of your chest line and bust point line, your under bust, waistline, and your basque line. I'll repeat the same thing here. Then after that, I'll use my ruler to make a straight line. In case you don't understand, the first line will serve as my shoulder line. Then second line, my chest line, bust point, under bust, waistline with the basque length. I will go ahead and label this so you don't get confused, okay? So the basque length I have there is 5 inch, you get. So I'll mark 3 inch for the neck width and also come down by 3 inch for neck depth. Remember, the dress we are working with has a turtle neckline, okay? So mark 3 by 3 for your neckline and connect your round neck. The next thing is to mark half of my shoulder measurement, and I'll repeat the same thing at the chest line. I'll connect the two dots to give me a straight line like so. Then I'll come down by 1 inch for shoulder slope. I'll connect my shoulder slope to the neck width just like this. Then I'll place my tape like so to measure what I have there. And I got the midpoint. From that midpoint, I'll go in by ½ inch. Then at the chest line, I'll mark quarter of my bust measurement. Then I'll use my curve rule to connect the 3 dots to give me my armhole curve. Just this way, okay? So after connecting my armhole curve, the next thing I want to do is to mark half of my nipple to nipple, which is 3.5. Then after marking that, I'll rule out a straight line using those dots, okay, just like this. So once I'm done with that, the next thing is to divide what I have at the shoulder left by 2. I had 4, so by 2 was 2 inch. All right, that is the midpoint was 2 inch. Then I had to connect from there to the chest line. So coming down to the under bust, I will mark 1 inch on both sides, and at the waistline I'll mark 1 inch on both sides. At the basque length, I'll mark 1 inch on both sides, and I'll connect a straight line like so using the dot. So once I'm done with this, I'll use my curve rule to connect my cup. All right, you connect half of the cup like so from your bust point to your under bust, just like this. So the next thing I want to do again is to, use my marker to outline those lines so it's very visible for everyone to see. And after that, I will determine how high or low I want the neckline area to be. So from the shoulder, I came down by 6.5 inch. Then this will serve as my new chest line. I've already labeled as new chest line. And to tighten the overbust, I marked 1 inch on both sides of my new chest line, and I will connect to the bust point like so. So after connecting like so, guys, the next thing you want to do now is to determine how deep you want your yoke to be, you get. So what you want to do is either choose your yoke to get to the bust point or 1 inch below it, you get. So from the bust point, I came down by 1 inch, so that is how deep I want the yoke to be. So I will have to connect like so. From that point, you connect to the overbust just like this. Then you place your curve rule to connect your cup shape, okay, just like this. Now we have gotten the first cup shape. We are going to get the other side of the cup. So to do that, mark quarter of your bust measurement. Then you measure what you have there, divide it by 2, come down by ½ inch, and extend a straight line towards the armhole. Connect from that point to the midpoint like so, you can see. Then after that, use your curve rule to connect from that exact point to your under bust. So you connect from there to your under bust just like this, okay? So now you are done with this. I will use marker to outline just this way. Can you see what we have here? Yep. I will mark 1 and 2 and also give directions on how to join them. So the next thing is to include my body measurement. I mark quarter of my bust measurement, replace the dart plus 1.5 inch seam allowance. At the waistline, I marked quarter of my waist measurement minus 1 inch for waist cinching and replace the dart. Then also include your 1.5 inch or 2 inch for seam allowance. Connect from your chest line to the waistline. Okay, then after that, the next thing again is to also, mark quarter of the waist measurement again plus your dart. Then you connect the basque shape from the basque line to this point. Can you see? Connect your basque curve from the basque line to the point where your that inch stopped. You get? Then you go ahead and cut it out. So I will have to cut out, then I will stop at this point so that I'll correct something. So I was supposed to, cover my dart before tracing this curve. You can see that when I didn't do that, I had excess. So what I did was to cover it up, then I reconnected just like this. Now I can trim out the excess. All right, so go ahead and cut it out. This is how you go about the drafting and cutting of this front pattern. You get? If you have watched to this point, kindly hit on the subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscribers, thank you so much for always watching, and don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. So guys, I'll have to go ahead and cut out. After cutting, I will cut the back pattern. Remember, the neckline is turtled, but I don't want my turtled. I just want a high neck at the back. You get? But if you want yours to be turtled, I also, show you guys on how to go about that while drafting the back. You get? So now I'm done cutting the front. I'll label as center front and side front. Also give directions on how to join them. So this is the back pattern. I've already drafted the shoulder line. I already marked out the shoulder line, the chest line, the waistline. So what I want to do now is to mark, half of my shoulder measurement, then 1 inch for shoulder slope, then 3 inch for neck width. You connect your shoulder slope like so, just like we did for the front. Okay, just like we did in front. So now I'll go ahead and connect my armhole. Then I want a lacing bar for the back. If you want zip, you can, include zip allowance, but don't snatch your waist if you're adding zip. You only snatch your waist if you are adding if you want lace up. You get? So I marked 3 inch for the lace up effect and also quarter of my bust measurement. Then I will include 1 inch for seam allowance, sorry, 1.5 for seam allowance. At the waistline, I will include quarter of my waist measurement, then minus my 1 inch for waist cinching and 1.5 inch for seam allowance, then also add 1 inch for that. And for the neck depth of my back, I marked 1.5 inch, as you can see. All right, so I also came down here by half an inch and I had to slant. All right, I want a button here, so for the button space I came down by 1 inch from my neck depth. You get? And I had to make a curve just like this. I want to have an open yoke for the back as well. So if you want a turtleneck, just come down by 2.5 inch for your back neck depth. Okay, come down by 2.5 inch for your back neck depth. The 3 inch for the front is okay. You mark extra 2.5 inch for your back neck depth. If you don't want a turtle neckline effect, you can just follow what I did here. So you can see at the armhole, I also came down by ½ inch just like we did in front. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out just like this. Okay, and I'll label as back, and you can see my yoke. So guys, this is all we have for the drafting of the front and also drafting of the back. We have come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.